And away it goes. Oh, yeah. Little intro music there. Yeah. One of these days, I will make another intro for the live streams. One of these days. One of these days. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. And we're live on this Wednesday. The old Pale Rider TV channel. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So what's going on, everybody? Not a lot happened this week in trucking. Just a few things. Trying to keep up with some news. I uploaded a video today about happened out here in Florida. Of course, all this trucking news is coming out of Florida. You can see the videos on the channel. It's trucker mom arrested, which that was the headline when I first clicked on the story. She's not really a, let me call her a trucker mom, maybe a ride-along mom in a truck. But I was under the impression that she was the driver. She wasn't. But they were parked at a fuel island, in front of the fuel island, at a truck stop for 3 hours, they said. Or somebody came and told them they had to move. They couldn't find out. They weren't around. She wasn't around. The driver guy wasn't around. But the kids were. They left the kids in the truck. Of course, one was 16, which probably be old enough to babysit a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old. I don't know, still. But the thing of it was, they had found a loaded pew-pew on the floorboard with the kids in the truck. Unsecure, loaded, and ready to go. So they arrested her for child endangerment or something. I can't remember the charges. I go back and check the video. They arrested the driver too. So they were from right here, Jacksonville, Florida. Yes. So James Best. I know James. I've been following that all day. If you don't know by now, Charles Kirk was assassinated. And it's messed up, man. Yeah, it's crazy. So sad day. Pretty messed up. So what else is going on? Henry Duncan's in. James Best is in. So I'll go over this story I found this weekend about Hope Trends. They were the ones, the truck company involved in that deadly crash up in I-20 in Texas, Terrell, Texas, with the illegal driving. And the company their record is terrible. They should have been shut down a long time ago, but no, they are still trucking, still in business. You believe that? And I got this news clip from, what is it, WFAA out of Dallas, Fort Worth area. They did a little digging on good old Hope Trends and find out why they're not shut down. Should have been. The DOT shuts down companies for less than what they have been doing. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. We got some coffee. Good old. Found a new coffee brand called Chock full of Nuts. Pretty good coffee. You get more coffee for a cheaper price than you get Folgers or anything else. So I bought a can of this a couple weeks ago and like it pretty much. So I'm going to stick with that until we decide to change brands again. Yeah. Last week when I went live, I was battling a cold or something. Still ain't shook it off all the way, but a lot better than I was last week. Hope it'll get out of here soon. And there's rainy weather in Florida. I think it's the monsoon season down here. So no hurricanes this year yet. So it's already in the peak season, peak time of the season. There's nothing going on in the tropics right now. So no hurricanes, no tropical storms, at least in the next 2 weeks. So hopefully we got this hurricane season with zero hurricanes. Yep. I think Bonehead Truckers carried this story too. I said, hey, they covered the story before I did. So I said, well, instead of doing a separate story on, I'll use it for the live stream tonight and tomorrow night. I don't know if we go live tomorrow night or not, but if we do, probably what we did last Thursday night was just cover some breaking trucking news or news in the trucking industry. I don't know if it's breaking or not, but check all the news sites, see what's going on in the world of trucking. Sound like a plan? I guess. Sounds good to me. I guess we'll go ahead. We got says 6 people watching. 6 people. Oh man, that's a record. We're going to play the news clip. We'll stop it for commentary or whatever. You might got any questions or something about the video? Ask it in the chat. We'll stop it and see what's going on. Here it is. Right here.
In Texas and at least 23 other states, Hope Trans trucks have still been on the road. This despite the company being tied to the Terrell crash that killed 5 people.
Wow.
That's based on data from GenLogs, which uses roadway cameras nationwide to track trucking companies.
They were violating laws before the accident, and even today, they're still violating federal regulations.
In fact, 35 safety violations have been logged by Hope Trans and its drivers since the fatal crash on June 28th.
35 safety violations since June 28th. How are they still on the road?
By the FMCSA not shutting them down, to me, it's almost dereliction of duty.
Dale Pratt.
I agree. Dereliction of duty. Shut them down. Come on, man. What the heck? You don't kill more people.
Acts as a trucking safety expert. Why have they not acted?
You know, that's the $10 million question.
A Department of Transportation spokesperson told us federal regulators had finished up a compliance inspection and issued Hope Trans a proposed unsatisfactory rating on August 18th. From that date, the company has 60 days to submit a plan that the agency accepts. Otherwise, the spokesperson said Hope Trans would be taken out of service and off the road. The statement added that the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, is committed to holding unsafe carriers accountable to protect American families on our roadways.
If that's the case, why are they still on the road? Is FMC about safety or is it about revenue? I don't know. Who knows?
FMCSA not shutting them down, to me, it's almost dereliction of duty.
Dale Prax is a trucking safety expert. Why have they not acted?
Wow.
You know, that's the $10 million question.
A Department of Transportation spokesperson told us federal regulators had finished up a compliance inspection and issued Hope Trans a proposed unsatisfactory rating on August 18th. From that date, the company has 60 days to submit a plan that the agency accepts. Otherwise, the spokesperson said Hope Trans would be taken out of service and off the road. The statement added that the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, is committed to holding unsafe carriers accountable to protect American families on our roadways.
Sure.
They can put an entire company out of business within about 8 hours.
That's right. By law, the Secretary of Transportation can immediately shut down a trucking company. It's called an imminent hazard order, and once issued, it requires a carrier to immediately cease all commercial motor operations.
You don't have to have a complete investigation. You can issue the order, and then within 10 days, the motor carrier can appeal or the driver can appeal.
In the 5 years between 2010 and 2015, regulators issued more than 120 imminent hazard orders to motor carriers.
Good Lord.
Over the last decade, it's been around 30.
Ah.
In fact, not a single order was issued in 2019 or 2020.
Oh,
It's
wow.
used very sparingly.
Is that acceptable?
From a safety expert, absolutely not. It's not being used enough to put bad actors, pull their authority, and park their trucks.
And why is that?
And why is that? Bureaucracy and politics.
In that Terrell wreck, the driver was cited for 7 violations for driving past federal hour of service limits. He told investigators he fell asleep.
I knew that something like this was going to happen.
Former Hope Trans drivers gave us shipping records they say are altered to mask the number of hours they'd been driving.
They didn't care about rules or laws or violations. They said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of that.
The former driver snapped a photo of his company fuel card. The name on it? B-Zone Logistics.
The B-Zone, I was like, why? What is B-Zone?
Is that normal?
No, it's not. It was a red flag.
And a clue to a bigger industry problem known as a chameleon carrier. At the time of the Terrell crash, Ashot Magomedova was listed
It's A-Shot. A-Shot? I thought it was Asshat. I'm sorry.
as the owner of Hope Trans. Her husband, Sarver Miradov, was tied to B-Zone Logistics and another company, Cardan Trucking.
I need to investigate Cardan Trucking and B-Zone Logistics. Also, this is crazy, man. I know it happens a lot. It's not just Hope Trans. This other company's doing the same exact thing.
Both with troubled safety histories. All 3 companies listed the same Orlando address.
What? They're out of Orlando. I told you a lot of trucking stuff that happens in Florida. I thought they were going to be out of Chicago or something like that. No, they're out of, well, their address is out of Orlando. Probably just a strip mall or something. One company had listed an apartment complex as a trucking terminal. What?
They're morphing from one non-compliant company into another, but the people, the operation behind it remains the same.
Federal inspection records compiled by Blue Wire show a clear pattern. Trucks first ran under
Wire.
Cardan, then B-Zone, and now Hope Trans. 45 trucks showed up with at least 2 of the companies, 11 with all 3.
Your concern is they are going to change their name and become another company.
Absolutely. Are we still letting them do business and develop?
That's been going on since the beginning of trucking. Yes, James Best, I'm sorry, it is.
Money to transition into that next chameleon carrier? That's a problem I have.
Back in 2023, Cardan Trucking shut down after federal regulators issued a notice to revoke its license following 2 deadly Iowa crashes. Inspection records
What?
show B-Zone drivers repeatedly violated federal hour of service rules. At the end of 2024, the company lost its insurance and could no longer legally operate. Hope Trans has not responded to repeated requests for comment. The company's insurance is set to be canceled October 8th. At that point, it'll no longer be able to legally operate. Until then, it keeps on trucking.
Industry experts say it's time for a change, that every trucking company operator should be verified in person, background checked, and issued a government ID to make sure we know who's behind the trucks on the nation's highways. In Dallas, I'm Tanya Isley.
Wow, crazy.
In Texas and
Crazy. They need to be shut down. I mean, it should have already been shut down. It should have shut down probably before the deadly crash out there in Terrell. So, yeah. But it happens a lot. A lot. They get shut down. They change name to another trucking company, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Yep. It sure enough does. See if I got anything else here. Let me see. Nope. That's it. So, yeah, I know, James Best, but yeah, I really didn't want to get into that tonight. Kind of speechless about what's going on in that situation at the moment, but they are. This thing has been reversed. If one of the right wing person would have taken out somebody on the Democrat side, there'd be an endless barrage of stuff. But I've been watching posts, people on Facebook talking about how good it is that this guy got shot. Well, he did it to himself. He was asking for it and all this, and just BS. It was no wonder he got shot the way he talks. All the hateful speech. I never heard one hateful word come out of his mouth. So yeah, I really don't have enough to get enough put together right now to get into everything that happened today. Kind of already had this one planned out and ready to go, but I don't know. This is as far as the trucking industry, this is big news, more or less, is about the foreigners and the fly-by-night companies and such. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll get it tomorrow. Yep. Sad situation. Yep. Yeah. Anybody else got anything else? Anybody got anything else? All right. Appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe.